and make the leather more pliable.
That's not sanitary.
Finally,
And then you're gonna tan with that?
soft, shit-covered, smelly, gross leather so
Dirty Peasant Jobs Goblins guy. Like, comment, subscribe, click the BFR symbol. Apparently it helps you, gain the baddest bitch you want. I can't even lie to you. Run the video.
Oh,
Dirty...
hey, poor people.
Okay,
you might have noticed that the economy is not doing too hot right now.
Yeah.
But don't...
Well, isn't everyone's economy always dropping for some reason? I don't know. I feel like if economy is going down, someone's economy has to be going up. I don't understand the economics of anything. So take whatever I say with a very, very, very little grain of salt. But I do know things do get. I know things.
Don't worry.
More and more
us
expensive.
YouTubers
Is it
are
capitalism
doing just fine.
or
So to help you guys out,
ooh,
don't
$7?
worry. Us YouTubers are doing just fine.
Let's March 28, 2025. March 8th, 2025. Honestly, can't wait to see $7 in mine.
So to help you guys out, we'll be looking at the dirtiest jobs you could have had as a peasant. So, you want to lay siege to a walled city. Well, you're going to want to bring your own catapult. But catapults are big and heavy, just like Kevin's mom. Okay. So they were assembled on the battlefield.
Kevin's
ammunition for catapults could be anything. The goal is to break walls and cause damage.
Okay.
To avoid carrying even more equipment, ammo is created with what was laying around. All right, men, we need more munitions for the catapults.
Sand,
we're gonna need something big
dirt.
and heavy. General, we could quarry stones from the nearby mines.
No.
Yes, that could work, but it would take days. Is Kevin's
People's
mom
bones?
still around here?
Kevin's mom. Yeah, that's gonna do damage. Bang. Oh, okay.
To demoralize the enemy, bodies would be flung into castles. But this had a side effect.
Why did I know they were gonna throw bodies, bro? Chemical warfare, World War I, bro. Mustard gas. What y'all know about all that?
Get ready with me as I prepare to annihilate Tartars. First, we moisturize with fat of antelope from sacred Mongol steppes. Okay. So one time back in college, we had great feast, but I replaced mutton with Batu's severed ear. Very funny. Everyone laughed. Anyways, next we gathered deceased bodies to throw at Tartar Castle. You could have been tasked with taking dead bodies from the battlefield, which were filled with the plague, load them in a catapult, and launch them at the enemy. Body collection was a common trade during the plague.
I thought a lot of times during times like this, they would take your bodies back to your family to bury you, give you an honorable death. This is disrespectful, but times like that, bro, they were doing much crazier things. The much crazier things were done.
They were tasked with removing tumor-filled rotting corpses from piles and transporting them for burial. And bodies were everywhere. For every 100 people, there were about 30 to 60 deaths caused by the Black Plague. Burial became a complex game of Tetris where lines never cleared. Mass graves had to be built constantly to keep up with supply. Speaking of dead bodies,
it makes you realize
during
certain times, bro, the value of a human life was not a lot. Not very much. Slavery, your life didn't really mean anything to some people. Being alive does not mean a lot to a lot of people out here, and it's an evil world we live in, bro. I'm not even trying to be is this sentimental? Get deep into all that. But
there was a belief in some Welsh cultures that upon death, sin was still rampant in the body. This stems from Christianity's belief in original sin, where you must first purge sin from your soul to reach heaven. So if your relative said a few too many gamer words, your family would employ a poor person to consume a loaf of bread off their body. It was thought that their sin would transfer to the person eating the food. I am looking for a very hungry poor person. Hello, I am very, very poor and
then you curse them with
hungry.
Hell? Question mark?
Dude, that's awesome. Oh, okay, so the deal is you can eat this 12-ounce
even if you're actually feeding them and it doesn't do anything to them, bro, you're technically, as far as your knowledge goes, you're technically cursing a poor person with hell.
New steak
sin and or hell.
Caviar, but you have to eat it off of Uncle Pete. Could I get a plate or something? Not happening.
Oh,
I
it's the
wonder how
dead
many loaves
body?
of bread Jeffrey Epstein had on his body. He probably would have needed to employ an army of mukbangers. Poor people and outcasts were typically targeted for sin eating since they were the most desperate. The practice of sin eating continued into the 9th century, but began to fade out as Christianity became more established and formalized over the years, and realized it was kind of yucky. Another job reserved for people on the fringes of society was tanning. Tanners smelled so bad that society collectively decided that it was best for them to live away from everyone else.
Like bathing in the
But
sun?
why did they stink so bad? Well, tanning was a long and arduous process involving blood, piss, shit, and cum. The first step is sourcing the hide and then scraping away as much blood and guts from it. Because cows don't experience male pattern baldness, the leather needs to be treated. The flesh is bathed in a mixture of water and lime, which has properties that break down hair. So if you ever wanted to get that Andrew Tate fade, you should submerge yourself in a bathtub of Baja Blast for 2 weeks. After the hide finished its bath, tanners would scrape off all the remaining hair and fat. And this next step is critical. You'll want to call up your local gong farmer. Hey man, you got the stuff? Yeah, what you want? We got a shitload of poop. Human poop, dog poop, poop sandwich, triple distilled poop, gonorrhea poop, and some bird poop. Aw, geez, what can I get with 5 coppas? 5 coppas? What are you, crazy? What do I look like, some kind of schmuck? That should only get you about a handful of dingleberries and a smear. After liming, the hides were soaked in fermented shit and garnished with some fresh urine. The enzymes and feces helped remove lime and make the leather more pliable.
That's not sanitary.
Finally,
and then you're gonna tan with that?
Soft, shit-covered, smelly, gross leather soaks in a vat of tannin for months to become more durable. Once fully tanned, the leather was rinsed, stretched, and hung to dry. It's a miracle to me that the tanning profession survived, considering that it's passed down from father to son.
Wait. I'm so lost. So are they just working with the leather? I know it's nasty, but they're not putting it on their body? What's this
Meaning
for?
that
What
each
is
generation
tanning?
had to find a woman willing to tolerate a lifetime of smelling feces. Then again, I don't think they had much choice back in the day. Also, screw anyone named Tanner. If you're named Tanner, unsubscribe and go play with shit in the woods. Before modern pest control, the only thing keeping law-abiding citizens away from rats were rat catchers. I'm sure your grandma has told you this, but entertainment was scarce back in the day, so people had to get creative. Rat catchers would sometimes sell their rodents to rat baiting events, where people would gamble on how many rats their dogs could kill in a minute. I bet old Ladybird here can kill about 30 rats in a minute. What? 30 rats in 1 minute? You're crazy.
That's not
no
possible.
dog could do that. Well, let's just say Ladybird here is more than just a dog. Is
What
that
kind
a
of dog
child
is
in
that?
a dog suit? Dogs and
Yo,
trained
what?
ferrets were used to chase out rats, but one famous rat catcher, Jack Black,
I'm Steve.
once employed a monkey to capture rats. But apparently it wasn't very effective. Rat catchers were a lot like me, seen as disgusting drifters who move from town to town, killing rats. So next time you're doom applying on LinkedIn, be thankful you're not collecting rats, dead bodies, or poop. Thank you
it would
for
have been
joining me in
crazy,
the
bro.
Goon Cave.
If we were born even just like 100 years before now, life would be so much more different. And it's unfortunate, bro. Wait, let me see what you said.
Yet again, and I'll see you guys around.
Yeah, though. Hopefully y'all messed with the vid. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Let me know what your favorite part of the video was.